Good morning, friends. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome if you are new. Today is a week of daily plans, and gosh, it's early. It's like 5:08 right now. I was up at 4:30 because why not? I'm really going to struggle when we set the clocks back, I think. So this week I did my weekly plan last Thursday, and I have not looked at it since. There hasn't been anything that I've come up with that I've written down over here. I'm not even sure if that's in the frame. So we're going to plan out today. I was able to do quite a bit yesterday, which kind of defeats the purpose of my Sabbath rest. And I think what I'm going to need to do is do like a Saturday to Sunday rest, I think. Because, oh gosh, yesterday I was doing laundry and getting the house tidy and just trying to get a bunch of things done so that I don't have to do them today and I can just focus on homeschool, at least in the morning. We'll see. I have groceries coming at 9 or between 9 and 10. I placed that order yesterday, so hopefully they will come earlier. Groceries and food prep. I don't know when I'm going to get to the food prep, but I do want to do it. I also will be doing Monday meeting. I want to do homeschool with Jack here and then homeschool with Lucy until 11. I don't know how this is gonna go. All right, I have my office tidy that I put on my plan last week, if you saw my last week of daily plans, but I never actually did it. So there's that. Tonight, Jack has driver's ed and Matt is gonna go with him for the parent portion. I did it with Emma, now it's Matt's turn. And that goes until 7:30. Okay, so it looks like the only things I have on my list are my Monday reset, which I essentially did yesterday. So I don't think I'm going to have to do anything today for that, which is good. I did all the laundry. No, that's not true. I have one load of laundry left that I need to sort, and actually I might have more laundry to wash. I did all of the laundry yesterday, but then I gathered up random things about the house, and so I think I have another load of laundry, so I'm gonna just put that. That's crazy. I can't believe we're already on October 6th. This is insane to me. I do feel much better this morning going into the week, having already planned the week out. But I always plan the week out on Sunday, so I don't know why I feel better this week. I think last week was just really crazy getting back from our trip, and then having to try and get everything put away and cleaned and everything from our trip, and then just normal day-to-day stuff, plus homeschooling, which was awful, plus Lucy and Emma were sick last week. And I didn't feel good. All right, so Patreon, main homeschool network. I have editing down for today, although I did a lot of editing this weekend, which is good. So I still need to do a little bit of editing. I'm waiting for that Cultivate What Matters Advent Write the Word journal. I bought it because as affiliates, we get to purchase things ahead of time sometimes. And so I did buy this ahead of time, but it hasn't arrived yet. And today is actually the day that they launch. So I'm hoping that that comes today and I can film a video and put it up for tomorrow, but we'll see. I have 3 videos that I want to work on editing. I want to work on my 31 days of slow living posts for Patreon, which obviously when this video goes live, it's much later in October. That's just the reality of my plan with me is at this moment. But if you are interested, I have an entire series over in Patreon all about slow living and revisiting the skill of slow living and how I'm just kind of, back in 2017, I wrote a blog post called The Skill of Slow Living, and it was all about how you have to actively choose to slow down. It's not something that passively happens to you, and you really have to make a lot of decisions in order to slow down and change your rhythms and habits and systems to slow down, because the world is so busy and everything is so busy. And that was in 2017, and I had written similar things back in 2006, 2007 on my old blog. And so now I'm writing about it again in 2025, and it's very interesting to me to see that there is still the same drive and desire to slow down, but things are even faster now. There's so much more connection, especially with social media, which back in 2017, there was a lot of social media. It was really just exploding, I feel like. I mean, there's been social media for quite a while, but the way that social media is used changed a lot around that time. And so I don't know. It's really interesting to me to consider. And so I've really been enjoying writing this series, and I have little challenges or questions to ponder about your own life and slowing down. So highly recommend if you would like to. I will leave it linked. I'll also leave my blog post introducing the series linked below, so you can see that if you're interested. Okay, so my main things are homeschool today, Monday meeting, and I am really just trying to get into a better rhythm. We've had so many days where we've been gone from the house or having some other things to do. This week, I don't have anything outside of the house except for Jack's driver's ed. Well, today it's not until tonight, but the rest of the week it's in the afternoon. And so I really need to make sure that I'm focusing with Jack and Lucy to get some things done. And I've mentioned this a few different places. Obviously, this is homeschool related, and if you're just coming for the planning, I'm sorry, I'm also having homeschool conversation. Lucy has a lot more school this year than she has in the past years, and it has been very, very challenging for us to get it all done. I don't think that it's too much work. I think that it's just partly my consistency and the fact that we haven't had many weeks of us not having other things going on during the day or just away from the house. And so she is not in a good rhythm of these are the hours that we're going to be doing school. And so I just need to be more consistent. And also she is just, it's a lot harder, the content this time around. So I'm writing this in two places to remind myself to keep to my homeschool hours. I need to sit down with Emma today and talk about scholarships and also the Common App for college. And I'm unsure if we're going to use the Common App for any of the colleges. We might, but because we're homeschoolers and I have to send some additional information, it almost doesn't make sense to use the Common App because I have to I don't know. I have to have, everything has to have extra stuff when it comes to her transcript and her, I have to include course descriptions. And some colleges want to know which curriculum we've used or resources for her different courses. And they all seem to want a reference letter from me. There was one college that wanted me to fill out this secondary school report all about how you figure GPA and class rank and what type of school you are and the different ratings for your courses and stuff. And I don't know why I need to fill this out. It doesn't make any sense to me because I'm looking at one student, and so half of the questions aren't even applicable, but they still want it, which probably means that it's not a very homeschool friendly college, to be honest, but it is what it is. It's really interesting to talk to colleges. Some are very homeschool friendly and have homeschool specific admissions counselors, and some are they just don't know what to do with a homeschool student. So it's fascinating to figure out. All right, so that I think is everything for today. I'm going to put lunch here, and then hopefully I will be able to do, what am I going to do? I want to do home management here. I'm really trying to protect my morning homeschool block, and I think that's part of the issue. I have not been doing that very well this year because, again, we've been so busy on the weekends and stuff that during the week, I'm just trying to get all kinds of other things done. We'll see. All right, and then I am going to put walk and read because I still really want to make sure that I'm doing these things. I'm supposed to be walking every day for my last 100 days challenge. And first of all, when we were on our trip is when the last 100 days started. We were walking every day because we were in the city and we were visiting a college campus and we were just walking all over the place. But it wasn't like, oh, I'm going for a 3 or 4 mile walk at home or on the treadmill or whatever. So I did kind of give myself credit for that. But then we got home and I did walk every day since we got home, but I didn't walk this weekend. I was so exhausted and just just didn't want to do it. So I've already broken my streak and there's still many, many days left in the year. Anyways, I'm gonna put goals work here and do that until 4. What am I going to make for dinner tonight? Shoot. I had put that I was going to do leftovers today, and I didn't make chili yesterday because I had made like a big shepherd's pie on Saturday, and so we had that for leftovers. And so, oh shoot, I should really make that today. I didn't soak beans last night. I will put on the beans for the quick boil early so that by the time I get groceries, I can make chili for dinner. That's the plan. Okay. Oh my gosh. All right, here is my Monday. Wish me luck. Happy Tuesday, friends. It is early. It's like 5:30. I'm doing my planning a little bit earlier on screen, so we'll see how the editing goes with this. Okay, so yesterday I did not do my dailies, but I did do groceries and food prep. I did not do my office tidy. I did laundry. I did not wash laundry, but we did homeschool, and homeschool was so good. So it was a really good day of homeschool for us, which we needed. And I think I only gave myself an hour for home management, and I was really mainly doing food prep during that time. I worked on scholarships, the Common App, I did my walk, I did read, I did not make chili. I ended up making like this Mediterranean salad with quinoa and chickpeas and cucumbers and red onion and parsley and feta, and it was really good. And I have that for the rest of the week, so that is good. I did do Patreon, Main Homeschool Network. I did not work on any editing. I also did not film my Write the Word journal. I did get it yesterday afternoon, and I'm so excited about it. It's so pretty. I am going to do a video today. I will leave it linked if they are still available. I'm not sure if they will be or not when this video goes live, but if they are, it's a great way to prepare yourself for each day of Advent. I really enjoy them. Last year was the first year that I actually got the Advent calendar from Cultivate What Matters. In previous years, I've wanted to get it, but I don't think about it until much later, like in November, and they're usually sold out. I'm glad that I was able to get one early this year to share with you guys. Of course, they went on sale yesterday, and I haven't actually really shared it yet, so. All right, so today I have a lot of stuff on my plan for today. I am referring to last week's weekly plan with me, which I will leave linked for you if you want to see that. I had planned, I think I said this yesterday too, so sorry guys. I planned this week on Thursday last week, and I'm actually pleasantly surprised at how things have turned out so far for this week. There hasn't been anything big or new that needed to go on the plan. I think part of that is because Jack has driver's ed this week, and so we can't really be going anywhere in the afternoons because I have to drive him back and forth to that. And then it's a pretty heavy homeschool week for us, so we don't have any appointments outside of the house, like doctor's appointments and stuff. So anyways, just kind of the normal things. I do want to do a little bit more food prep today. So I ordered groceries yesterday, and they came around 9:15 when I was doing homeschool with Lucy. And in my mind, I think I thought that I would immediately just start prepping food, but in reality, I can't do that. On Mondays, I just have to be all in on homeschool. Lucy was so diligent yesterday, and I know that it's just my consistency of making sure that we continue doing what needs to be done. So I'm going to make some crock-pot chicken today, and I need to get some more Greek yogurt to make some tzatziki, because my kids have really been enjoying that, and it's better if I just have food in the fridge prepared and everybody can grab things. I know that that's so different than everybody sitting down to dinner every night. We are still sitting down to dinner, but I'm just reheating things instead of making a meal from scratch, and it is so much better for me. I would love to make more elaborate meals, but that's just not in the cards right now. So, and food prep is one of the things that I've been working on my goals this summer and this fall, so I'm feeling good about things. Today we do have homeschool. I also wanted to work on the CSS profile, or at least see what I need to do. I think that Emma needs to sign up for an account, and then we do it through her account, which is a little bit different than the FAFSA. I want to make a car appointment, although I'm unsure of when I can make a car appointment. Well, we'll see what they have available. I want to think about Thanksgiving plans. I need to buy some birthday presents for a lot of people. I think we have, including Lucy, whose birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks. Actually, probably should think about Lucy's birthday party. Yesterday afternoon, it was beautiful here. Totally unheard of. It was, so October 6th, it was 84 degrees here, and I finished up school, I finished up home management, I went for a walk, and like got home, took a shower, and I went outside and just sat outside for probably an hour reading and doing some commonplacing and just enjoying the beautiful weather while we still have it. That was really nice. And then I did some more food prep right before Jack and Matt had to leave for driver's ed. I know I'm saying nice a lot, but it was really nice. So I have to work on editing more today, and I will probably do that this morning. I also want to work, I didn't do any of my 31 days posts, and I think that I'm about halfway through the month, so I need to finish that up. 31 days of slow living. It would be good if I could do that this morning too. All right, so I was up at 5 and AM routine here, and then it's 5:45. So as soon as I'm done with this, I'm going to move into my work tasks pretty much until 8. Bible and homeschool Jack. Yesterday what I did was we did Bible, and I put hours for the kids. So they were doing World Watch at 8:20 after our Monday meeting in Bible. And then Lucy and I were working until she was done with a certain amount of stuff. So she ended up finishing it around 10 or 10:15, and she had a break until 11, which gave me some time to kind of do some cleanup and make myself some food. And then I switched over to homeschooling Jack, and we are going through the book What Color is Your Parachute for Teens, and we did like the first section, I guess, and Lucy was supposed to be doing reading and her dailies in here. She did do some reading, but then she grabbed a stack of sticky notes and came and sat with us to do personal development as well. She didn't stay for all that long, but she was there for probably 20 minutes, which was funny. And she wants to do the wall of questions, which is a thing that Julie from Brave Writer has talked about, or it's like a project in her book, The Brave Learner, where kids just have a stack of sticky notes, and any question that they have, they can stick on the wall, and then you come through and you take the sticky notes off and answer them like at a meal or something. We've done that a lot over the years. It's a lot of fun. I have a call from 1 to 2. I think it's from 1 to 2. And then Jack driver's ed. I also have to go to the library, so I'm going to put that in here too. So after I drop him off, I can go to the library. So technically I don't really have like a home management time in my schedule today, but what most likely will end up happening is I will do a little bit while I am in here, most likely, if Lucy is as diligent today as she was yesterday. Here is Tuesday. We'll check in a couple of seconds to let you know how everything went. Okay, guys. It's Tuesday afternoon, and you know what? It has been a really good day. Did I do everything that I wanted to? No, I did not. I actually cleaned my office today, so I'm going to put that down here. I did not do food prep. I totally forgot to put the chicken in the crock pot this morning, and then remembered at 1 o'clock right before my call and realized, well, that is not going to work. And so now we're going to have to get takeout for dinner, which is not ideal, especially because I have the food ready to cook. I just don't have time to cook it. So it is what it is. Tomorrow I will make that. I've got to just remember to make it first thing in the morning. I think that what happened was I was doing so much work right up until when we started school, and then we were just in our homeschool block, and I was trying to do school with Lucy, and then I had a little bit of a break, and I was trying to get my floors cleaned and some other home management stuff done. So yeah, I really struggled with all of this stuff and the fact that I didn't do it. I did go to the library, I did do my walk, I did read, I cleaned my office, I did Patreon, main homeschool network. I have been editing today, which is probably why I ended up not doing as much as I needed to get done for the rest of the day. I can't believe I have all of this stuff that I was supposed to do, and I did not even do it at all. And I think part of it is because This week, I'm really trying to focus on homeschool, and yesterday and today have been amazing homeschool days. We have gotten so much stuff done, and part of the reason is because I am protecting my homeschool block, whereas really since the start of this school year, there have been so many things vying for my attention. I have not been protecting my homeschool block, but when I do this, I'm not getting all of this other stuff done because once we get to the afternoon, I end up having other things that just take my attention, or I have to run an errand, or I'm starting to make dinner or something like that. While I am protecting our homeschool block and things are going really well there, I'm realizing that I just don't have enough time to do some of these other things. I mean, I do, but I also don't. Like making the car appointment would not take me that long, but I do have to call the mechanic and I have to figure out exactly what service I need and then when I can do that. And I was a little leery to do this today anyways, just because I have no idea when Jack is supposed to be driving with the driving instructor. I wish that they would set all of that up ahead of time, but they don't. And so I just haven't done that. Birthday presents, I thought about this several times and then got distracted when I went in to actually look at things. So, oh my goodness, guys, I don't know if it was a successful day or not. I mean, it was, because we got tons of homeschool stuff done and I'm so pleased about that. And I did get other stuff done, but at the same time, some of the things that were just on my to-do list for today didn't get done. And will they get done tomorrow? I am unsure, because tomorrow I have other things that I need to work on. And it's our passion project day, which means I will be helping the kids a little bit with that. And I also use that time kind of for my own passion projects, which essentially is work. I tend to do a lot of editing on Passion Project Day because the kids are usually pretty busy, but sometimes they do just need my help with their own projects, especially Lucy, because she likes to bake and she can't actually put the stuff in the oven yet. I mean, I guess she probably could, but I still feel a little bit better about me doing it. Okay, I'm going to write down my dailies. I actually feel really good about my office being clean now. That was very helpful. One of the other things that actually took me a little bit of time was the fact that I had to film a quick little video on the Write the Word Advent journal that I purchased. I purchased it early. It just came yesterday, and I had planned to do that video earlier today and totally forgot. I don't know why I got sidetracked, but I definitely got sidetracked and I don't know what was happening, but anyways, time got away from me and I just remembered that it's supposed to be up tomorrow. And so I just filmed it and I have to edit it and I have to get Jack pretty soon, although my husband might go out and pick him up on his way home from work, which would be really good. Okay, homeschool. I need to clean the electronic screens. Tomorrow I'm supposed to be looking at Notion templates and trying to set that up if I actually do it. I go back and forth. I also want to set up my goals breakdown or brainstorm pages for 2026, which I usually already have a running list and I do not, but that's okay. My Notion templates, I keep going back and forth, guys. I love the idea of a digital system where I can easily search and find things and organize things well. Much better than keeping everything in a planner like this. However, there is such a barrier for me learning new technology right now. I don't have the time to sit down and really learn it, but I also don't want to purchase something that I then find out doesn't really work for me. So I'm unsure. My plan this week was to actually set up a Notion template, but as I continue to research things, I've seen a lot of people talk about how this particular template is really clunky and it needs to be tweaked a lot, which I don't want, but I don't think that I have enough knowledge at this point to set up my own. And then some of the free templates, they're just so basic, it doesn't really make sense to me to set it up. It makes more sense that I would just start from scratch. And maybe it is something that I want to kind of just continue to explore and do a little bit at a time and then do a big setup for 2026. I'm really unsure. I have these ideas of being able to transfer a lot of the data and information that I physically write down into a system that I can find it easily. And I haven't figured out how to do that yet. I thought that a digital system would be the best idea. And I read books like Building a Second Brain, and I watch people on YouTube have these amazing digital systems. But for some reason, my brain just doesn't get it. So I don't know. I don't know. We'll see. I do want to read. I do want to do my walk tomorrow. I do need to put in chicken in crock pot. Hopefully, you know what? Maybe I just need to do that as soon as I wake up in the morning. Patreon, main homeschool network. I need to edit some more videos. I feel like I spent last week recording a lot of content. I actually have a lot more that I have to film as well, but I kind of wanted to just dedicate this week to more homeschool, especially because Jack's gone in the afternoon and I'm kind of back and forth dropping him off and picking him up. So I don't have as much time to do things as I normally do. So I'm trying to make sure that everything with homeschool is wrapped up early enough, because sometimes Jack will work later in the afternoon or Lucy will come back and want to do more stuff in the afternoon, but she's been really diligent the past 2 days. So I just don't know if I'm going to have time to record anything this week, but that's okay. I do want to work on my 31 days of slow living posts some more. And honestly, so I'm not even moving any of this stuff to tomorrow. I'm just going to do this, but then if I get all of this stuff done and I feel like I have time, I will come back and work on this, but we'll see. We've also been watching the Halloween movies at night, so that has also taken up some of my time where I would normally edit or film content. Work tasks until 7:30. I think I need to give myself a little bit more of a buffer between work and starting school. Tomorrow I do not have extra school with Jack, but I will have most everything with Lucy. So I may end up having more time tomorrow where I could film something. So if I have time and I decide I don't want to do any of this other stuff, I'm going to put home planner setup. If I can do my home planner setup, that would be really good. It is something that I'm trying to film for you guys because I know that I don't use the home planner the same way that most people do. Most people use it specifically for a planner, and I use it more as a home management system, but I don't use it as a planner because obviously I have other planners that I use. And so because of that, I set mine up just a little bit differently, and I think that that's totally okay. Here is Wednesday, and I will check in a couple of seconds and let you know how Wednesday went and plan out Thursday. Happy Thursday, friends. Oh goodness. I was supposed to come back yesterday, but did not. But I did get quite a bit done yesterday, which is good. I did not do the Notion templates at all. I did waste a good bit of time yesterday afternoon watching YouTube videos. I was watching some goal-related content because I'm thinking about goals for 2026. I did do my goal brainstorm pages in the B5 Common Planner. I decided that this is what I'm going to be going with for 2026. And so I printed out these 2026 goals brainstorm headers, I guess, in, I think this is Buttercup font, on just some transparent sticker paper, and I'm really excited about it. I went back and forth about whether or not I would use the A5 or the B5, and while I love the A5 size, I just don't think realistically I can plan my months and weeks in an A5 size. So we have the B5. We'll see how it goes. I have a couple of spreads before that brainstorm page because I want to have an index, and I also want to have a monthly index. I think that's how I'm going to manage this planner with all of these notes pages. I think a monthly index that I can then roll into a yearly index would be good. We'll see. I'm really unsure how this is going to work, but I'm pleased that I got at least this part done. You will notice there is nothing on these brainstorm pages, and if you've been watching any of my goal content for the past 7 years, I guess, I almost always have a running list already of things that I want to do in the coming year written down in a goals notebook, but I do not have anything yet. In fact, I was just kind of thinking about goals in general, and I was thinking about how I tend to limit myself when it comes to goal setting because I already take into account the resources I have available. I do that before I even think about goals, and I kind of want to get back to more dreaming. And I mean, obviously, I do want actionable steps and I want to take my resources into account, but I don't think I've allowed myself in the past few years to dream as much. Not that I don't have dreams, but just I've been incredibly practical when it comes to what I can accomplish in the time that I have available. And as I've been talking about pretty much throughout this summer, I feel like I'm in this transition period because Emma's graduated. I do still have 2 kids at home that I'm homeschooling, and Emma still is at home. I feel like I'm in this transitional period and, midlife, I guess. So anyways, I'm kind of trying to rethink how I plan things out and go back to maybe more of how I used to do things way back when I used to just share my goals on my website, like from 2006 to 2012, 2014. I think I was mainly just listing a ton of different things that I wanted to improve in certain areas of my life. And as I've drilled down on my goal planning process, I am much more realistic with the amount of time that I have, but that does take away some of the fun dreaming. And then I kind of lose focus of some of those long range dreams for what's in front of me right now that I want to change, which is also good. I mean, I don't think that there's a right way to set goals, but I am interested in doing a little bit more dreaming this year for my goals. And so anyways, that was a long bit of information for you guys that I will probably sit down and talk about at some point soon. So today is Thursday. Yesterday, I definitely could have gotten more stuff done, but that was okay. I gave myself kind of a pass and was working on that goal stuff. Like I said, I guess it wasn't a waste of time, but there were other things that I probably could or should have done that I just didn't. Today I have laundry to do. Jack has driver's ed again. So today I do have homeschool. I do not have my live stream this afternoon because I'll be gone dropping Jack off. I do still need to check in with Patreon and Maine Homeschool Network. I will still have time this afternoon to kind of work on some stuff. I have my budget and bills that I have to do. I want to take a look at spend tracking. We unfortunately had some fraudulent charges on the credit card, probably from traveling. There's always something. So I'm having to deal with that, which is kind of a pain. Sort and file paperwork. I have not done the CSS profile yet, so I probably should do that and help Emma with her common application. I just want to drill down on which colleges she really wants to apply to and make sure that I have all of their individual information in case I need to have her directly apply to the college rather than go through the Common App just because we're homeschoolers. I mean, some of the universities, like the state universities, I don't think it matters, but some of the private schools, I think that it's better to do it through their application system just because it's kind of a different application. Anyways, I also have my office closet on my list for today, so we'll see if I get to that. I was thinking about doing this yesterday, but then I didn't. I think I have a couple of planners coming in the mail today, so potentially. I say that, but then they won't come. So I want to do my second Sterling Ink unboxing. Mom Agenda was kind enough to send me a 2026 planner, so I want to go through that and share that video. I also want to start setting up my home planner for next year. I want to record that, and then I do have a couple of front-facing videos that I need to record. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that today. I just don't think that's in the cards. I'm unsure. Tomorrow, I think the kids might want to go to the homeschool dance, and I'm really late on that because I totally forgot. I need to talk to Jack and Emma and find out if they want to go. I know Lucy wants to go because her little friends are going. It's like the only homeschool family dance that they have, but I don't know if Emma and Jack want to go. Jack is pretty tired from doing school all day and then going to driver's ed until 5:30. Is this everything? I think this is everything. I was up at 5 a.m. I think I was actually up a little bit before 5 a.m. It's almost 7 right now. Emma and Lucy got up at 6, and I have been doing work tasks, And I will continue doing that until 8 because I just actually got ready. Like right before I came to film this clip, I got ready. So Bible and homeschool. Homeschool has been going so well this week, and I am incredibly thankful for that. Okay, so here's my plan. Let me add my highlighter colors. And I did a pen test on the new planner that I got, the B5, and it went really well. I'll leave it linked for you. I think that it's up already. Yes, it should already be up. But here's the fun thing. A lot of the pens that I use from Erin Condren are no longer available. I mean, they were available when I did my pen test in July, but they're not available anymore. And I emailed them. They're just not going to be available anymore. They've just discontinued them. It's really bizarre. They've taken a lot of the stuff that they used to always have, and it's just not available anymore. And I don't think they're going to restock it. It's been an interesting year with Erin Condren. I feel like. I think that I had mentioned during my weekly plan with me that I was going to place an Erin Condren order today, and I decided to wait on that until Black Friday, because Black Friday is usually the best sale that they have all year, or Cyber Monday, Black Friday, Cyber Monday, whatever that weekend is. And so I'm going to wait until then because I can stack my 20% off coupon then. But anyways, I had, I think, $30 in rewards points. So I ended up buying a couple of sticker books, the new monthly sticker book, because I love using that. And I think what I'm going to do is start slowly moving into my new common planner, because one of the issues that I had this year with trying to start using the common planner for everything, well, one of the issues was that I thought I was going to do daily planning in that planner, and that just did not work at all. The pages were way too big for daily planning for me. And the other issue was that I just didn't take the time to move into the planner the way that I wanted to, because I wasn't sure how to use the notes pages in the back of the planner. And then I bought the academic year and started using it in May just for note taking, and realized, oh, if I separate all the things that I'm doing by calendar month and then organize an index that way, then I'm not doing daily planning in here at all. I'm still using a daily planner, but all of my notes and thoughts and collections and other things that I want to write down can be collected in the notebook pages. So I feel a lot better going into 2026 with the common planner than I did 2025, but I would like to start setting up some of those main spreads at the beginning of the planner, I guess. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. So here is Thursday. I will check in a couple of seconds to let you know how everything went. Okay, guys, it's Thursday afternoon. I have to pick up Jack in just a little bit, but I thought I would sit down, so just drop my pen cap, and go through how today went. It went pretty well. I did not come back and do the tasks that I had hoped to do on Tuesday. That's okay. I did some of my dailies, floors, surfaces, and office desk. I have not vacuumed yet. I think I'm going to skip it today. I'm actually really tired. My throat is almost shot because I did do some videos. I got my second Sterling ink order, and I was so excited about this little A6 horizontal compact planner, because I was going to try and use this for my work planner for 2026. I don't really use a paper planner for my work stuff, but I really like how this layout is with the days of the week on the side and then kind of just a blank page, which I thought would be really good for me to just write to-dos or just ideas that I have, plus having the extra notes pages in the back. However, I've been getting a B5 Lightstream notebook to use as just my catch-all space for any notes and coaching calls that I do with my homeschool coaching or content that I'm breaking down or whatnot. And I was going through my planners and realized that I use probably about 80 of those B5 pages. There are 120 pages here, but this A6 is so tiny. I'm not sure it's really something that I will end up using, but I wanted to see it, and it is absolutely adorable. Anyways, and then the other planner that I got is another A5 horizontal planner, and this is actually for my husband. This is the size and layout that he wanted. He wanted the full year version. I have no idea how he is going to manage this or if he will even use it, because like I did say this in my walkthrough, that I think I've bought him 14 planners over the past 20 years and he has not stuck with any of them. So we will see, but I was really excited about this. And I was also sent this beautiful navy mom agenda planner, which I will have a review and walk through I think on Wednesday this week, so watch for that if you are interested. I did not do my sorting and filing papers. I did not do the CSS profile. I think that's something I'm going to have to do on the weekend, and this weekend we're super busy, so I'm unsure. I've not worked on the Common Application with Emma. She has some questions for me. She's working on her essay right now, and I think the essay is only supposed to be a maximum of 650 words, which is not very many words. So we're trying to figure that out. I did not clean out my office closet. I did buy tickets to the homeschool dance. I don't know why I checked off walk. I have not walked yet, but I will probably do that soon after I get Jack. I did not do the home planner video that I was hoping to do. I'm unsure when I'm going to do that, but here we are. Planning out Friday. I should probably be doing it tomorrow because honestly, my brain is fried today. We had a really good homeschool day. It was a little rough this morning, but we got through it and everybody did what they needed to. Tomorrow is actually going to be kind of a busy day. It is our screen-free day, so I'll write that up here. I have leftovers for dinner tomorrow night, which is good. We have the homeschool dance tomorrow night, so we're gonna have to leave, I think, like pretty much as soon as my husband gets home. Hopefully he will be home at 5. I'm unsure. I am going out to coffee with my friend tomorrow and we are quite chatty, so I will probably be gone most of the morning and I have no idea what I'm going to be doing in here. I know Jack has his live stream at 3, so I can't be doing any uploading of videos and such then. Oh my goodness, guys. All right, so floors, vacuum. I'm definitely going to need to vacuum tomorrow. Surfaces, office desk. Tomorrow I probably, I don't know how I'm going to do this. I have to wash the sheets. I need to clean the bathrooms. I also want to wash the floors, which is a terrible time to do it because we haven't had rain for like weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks and weeks. I mean, it rained briefly one day, I think last week or a couple of weeks ago when we were driving to Massachusetts. It was torrential downpours, and then it rained a little bit, I think yesterday, and now no rain, not enough, but it's supposed to rain, I think, this weekend all through next week. So we will see. I will check in with Patreon in the morning and main homeschool network, but I will be off screens for the rest of the day. I would like to get my walk in and read before we leave. I have all of this time and I don't really want to schedule it because I'm unsure if I'm going to do home management stuff or if I will do that later on Saturday. Saturday, we are supposed to be going to go apple picking. We also have to buy some birthday presents for a couple of Lucy's friends and my niece. I have to buy a present for. I also have to figure out what I'm doing for Lucy's birthday. Maybe I will write that down and it will remind me. Didn't I write it down? Yeah, a couple of days ago. I know she wants to have a big party and I'm just not sure that we're going to be able to facilitate it because all of her friends have all kinds of other activities that they're involved in, and I'm not sure I can find a day that will work for everybody. So that's a little bit of a challenge. So I think what I'm going to do is just put home management here, and then if I can get all of my big tasks done, all I will do the rest of the afternoon is read and work on my commonplace notebook. So that will be under goals, and then get ready to go. It's a family dance. They do one family dance a year. So Lucy's really excited because she doesn't get to go to the teen dances that Jack and Emma go to. So it will be fun. Waking up in the morning, I will most likely be up at 5 again. I have been actually waking up at 4, which is a little irritating because when we set the clocks back, that would be 3, and that I don't know if my cortisol is high or if it is the dog. The dog has been waking me up in the night because she has terrible allergies, and so she is itching. But when she's itching, she's like pounding on the floor, and she sleeps in my closet in my office, which is underneath my bedroom. And so that wakes me up. So I think that is actually what is waking me up in the middle of the night, and then I just can't get back to sleep. But I've got to figure something out. AM routine, work tasks, get ready, and then I'm leaving. Okay. It's gonna be, I think tomorrow morning will be a little chaotic. I just want things to slow down, but things never do. I have to make the choices to have things slow down. And when I do that, it is so much better, but I just don't do it enough. I'm trying to. It's one of the things I'm working on for 2026, I think. Just really reevaluating what is most important. I might want to reread The One Thing, which is a great book. I mean, Essentialism by Greg McKeown is also awesome, but The One Thing by Gary Keller, super, super helpful productivity book to hone in on what is most important in your life. And I think sometimes we may think something is the most important thing, but maybe it isn't, or the only reason we think it is because of outside influences. We sometimes think things are important because other people think they are important, not because we actually think they're important, and that's an important distinction. Okay. All right, guys, here's my Friday. We'll see how it goes. I'm not planning out Saturday or Sunday per usual because I will just make a list on that day. I don't even time block or anything like that. I just jot down a bunch of things. It looks like there's not that much, but this is going to take me a long time, and I have a feeling it's going to actually run into my goals time, but I would love to have this be just time where I can read, because I have a few books from the library and then do some commonplacing as well. So I will check in a couple of seconds and let you know how everything went. Okay guys, let's check in and see how today has gone. Things actually went pretty well. However, my coffee date was canceled this morning because my friend woke up sick, which was unfortunate, and I actually ended up not feeling 100% later in the day. I did get a lot of stuff done. I ended up working on my office closet a lot because I had the extra time in the morning. I didn't wash the floors and I didn't go for my walk, and we were essentially starting to get ready for the dance around 3 o'clock while Jack was in his live stream, and it was a really good day. Overall, I feel like the week was pretty successful, especially with homeschooling. I feel so good about homeschool this past week, and I'm really hoping that this coming week we can have another really successful homeschool week. I feel like my consistency has been a lot better this week, and part of that is because we didn't have a lot of things outside of the house earlier in the day. We did have Jack's driver's ed every afternoon, and that does tend to make me make sure that we're getting stuff done earlier, and I am more consistent with it. So maybe having the afternoon activities isn't a bad thing. I would not want that all of the time though. I think that my consistency was just really good this week, and the kids were definitely on board. I think it helped that everybody was feeling better. You know, we had Jack sick, and then we were away for a week, and then Emma and Lucy were sick, and so this week we were finally all feeling better, and we were all like doing what we needed to do. So that was really good. I'm pleased about how homeschool went, and I'm actually pleased about the work that I got done on my goals this week as well, working on the basement some and working on my office closet. Those two projects are not at all complete, but I felt like I made a lot of progress, and that is really what I'm looking for at this point. So thank you guys so much for joining me for this week of daily plans. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. If you would like more help and encouragement around home and homeschool and goals, I would love for you to come check out my membership community. That link is always in the description box. Again, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Bye guys.